For the first time in my young life, I'd found something that gave me complete and total peace. Something I connected with. Something with similar wants and desires. The guitar needed to be played. I needed to play it. It was a mutual, beautiful, symbiotic relationship, and for a long time, it was the only real relationship I had. Grabbing my beloved instrument, I closed the door to my house. Home was a term I used lightly when I was describing my place. Truly, it was my parents' house, but they'd died a couple years ago and left it to me. I stayed there because it was a building with 4 walls and a roof, but I had no emotional attachment to it. It was nothing but wood, brick, glass, nails, glue, and cement. While I'd been living in Los Angeles, my parents had sold my childhood home and moved to a much smaller house. I didn't know about it until they died. When I came back, I soon realized that they'd tossed everything of mine. It was confusing. They tried to scrub out my existence, but they'd still left me the house, the stocks, the retirement funds, everything. Sometimes I had a hard time understanding why they'd done that. Maybe they'd had a change of heart about me? Or maybe not. I turned away from their house to see my gorgeous black and chrome Chevelle Malibu shining in the late afternoon sun. I'd gotten her dirt cheap in LA, and I'd spent a decent chunk of my summer fixing her up. She was a thing of beauty, my baby, and no one drove her but me. Setting the guitar in the trunk, I headed to meet the guys for rehearsal. After easing my way onto the freeway, my eyes, as always, drifted to the unique cityscape of the Seattle skyline as it blossomed into view. I've had a dichotomous relationship with the Emerald City over the years, both loving and hating it at times. Bad memories lurked around every corner. The loneliness of my childhood, the rejection, the biting remarks, the constant put-downs, the daily reminders of how much of an undesirable burden I was. The emotional poison my parents had injected into me had left its mark. But I had a good thing going here now, and the band was a large reason for my changed attitude toward the city. Evan Wilder and I had formed the D-Bags together. With only my guitar on my back, a few dollars in my pocket, and dreams of a better life in my head, I'd left Seattle right after my high school graduation ceremony. Hitchhiking a ride wherever I could get one, I soon found myself at a bar on the Oregon coast. I'd stopped in for a drink and found Evan trying to convince the bartender that he was old enough to have a beer. He wasn't. Neither was I, but I managed to wink my way into a pitcher. I'd shared it with him, and we'd bonded over our mutual love of beer and music. After spending a little time with Evan's family, the two of us had headed south to LA, City of Angels, to pick up some more band members. We'd found Matt and Griffin Hancock in the unlikeliest of places, a strip club. Well, maybe that wasn't so unlikely. Evan and I were horny, fresh out of high school teenagers after all. The 4 of us had worked well together, even from the beginning, and were soon rocking bars and clubs in LA. We'd probably still be there, except I'd dropped everything and rushed back to Seattle after my parents died. Surprising the shit out of me, the guys had followed, and we'd been playing here ever since. Traffic thickened as I neared downtown. We always rehearsed at Evan's place since he technically didn't live in a residential area, so our noise wasn't an issue. His studio was above an auto body shop. That came in handy when my baby needed servicing. Roxy was my favorite mechanic there. She loved my car almost as much as I did, and would often take a look at her while I was upstairs with the guys. Roxy was laughing with a coworker when I pulled up, but she still shot me a wave the second she saw me, or, more accurately, my Chevelle. The girl only had eyes for my car. "Hey, Roxy, how's it going?" Running a dirty hand through her short hair, she answered, "Good. I'm thinking of writing a children's book about a monkey wrench who helps animals that are in trouble. I might have him drive a Chevelle." She winked. "Sounds awesome," I laughed. "Good luck." "Thanks," she grinned. As I headed for the stairs with my guitar, she shouted, "Let me know if the Chevelle needs anything. You know I'd make house calls for her, right?" "Yep, I know," I shouted back.